Hello everyone, and welcome back. This is Yoko, again, not Mario, and welcome back to the next part of Kirby Super Star for the Super Nintendo. Today we are playing a game called Dynablade. Now, for those that missed the last part, I am the person in charge of the channel. I make the content. I am the voice of Mario on the channel, and I'm just trying to see if you guys like this better. If you like me better than the Mario voice, or if you like both, or if you want me to just go away and do Mario, or whatever. But so that's why I'm here, so I'm using this game kind of as a guinea pig. Sorry if anyone wanted to see Mario to Kirby Super Star. If you guys like Mario better, maybe we can go back to that later and do a redo. But for now, welcome to Kirby Super Star Part 2, where we, beat things up with an umbrella and stuff. So, this game is actually a little bit trickier than the first game, Spring Breeze, and a completely different beast than Gourmet Race, but Gourmet Race is kind of its own thing. Also, Kirby just kind of stuck on that square for a minute. Those are supposed to disappear as soon as you get on them, like this. But he definitely just stood on it. I was right on the edge, I guess clipping just out of bounds of the box? Not exactly sure what the deal is there. But this one's a little bit harder than Spring Breeze. A bit more of a challenge, and the game does ramp up as you go. Because after this we have Meta Knight's Revenge, and the Great Cave Offensive, and Milky Way Wishes. And then there's a final boss thing. And each thing gets slightly harder. So right now we're still in the easy parts of the game. The game's trying to get you very comfortable with the mechanics. There's a car going by outside. Sorry about that, guys. That'll happen a couple of times. Just try to ignore it. So yeah, that's about what we're doing here. So right now Kirby's wearing a really silly hat, as most of them are. Now what's cool about this game, and I don't think you saw that in part 1, if you hit one of those little statues, you just get the power-up. You don't have to eat the enemy, they can just be there ready for you. So a lot of times before you go to fight a boss, you'll see a bunch of those. And you'll be seeing a lot more of that in this part and the next part. And actually, those make up the basis for Milky Way Wishes, but we'll get to that later. So, as you've noticed, and as you probably know, because a lot of you have probably played this game before, in Kirby Super Star, when you eat most abilities, you get hats. It's actually a staple of the Kirby series, but it started here. So, like, this hat is definitely an homage to Link from The Legend of Zelda. And I believe other games have other homages as well, it's not just this. And the hat becomes more blatantly Link in future games. Some abilities do not give you the hat, usually it's limited time use abilities. Like Crash, which is a one-time use, or Mike, which is 3-time, or the Cook ability, which we're going to see pretty soon, which is also a one-time use. And Perfect Timing. I'll eat the bomb, get the Crash ability, as you can see in the bottom left, but no hat. I'm just all flashy to show that I do have a power. I don't know if Kirby Super Star Ultra does something different with that. I'm not very familiar with the DS remake of this game. The Super Nintendo game is the one that I prefer, so it's kind of the one I go with. Yeah, so here's Cook. It sucks up everything, including any projectiles. And for each thing that goes in, you get a health item. Really nice for healing. The partner needed it here. Now this is the mini game that you play at the end, kind of like Kirby's Adventure has. The further up that gauge goes, the further you shoot. This was actually a perfect shot, which is not the norm for me. Not saying that I'm terrible at it, but it's really easy to miss the timing, and if you miss the timing on that gauge, you're barely going to go anywhere. If you're just half a second too late, you're barely going to shoot. So Dynablade has a more traditional Mario-style world map compared to things like Kirby's Adventure, or, well, most of the rest of this game. It's got a more traditional World 1, World 2, World 3 kind of map. Now, the Dynablade is pretty short. There's only 5 levels. Spring Breeze, I believe, is the shortest. It only has 4. Well, technically Gourmet Race is the shortest, but that's more of a minigame than anything. But Spring Breeze is the shortest. This is the second shortest, with 5 levels. Great Cave Offensive is pretty long. We're going to do Meta Knight's Revenge next, which isn't much longer than this. Great Cave of Fences is going to take a little bit. It's a treasure hunting game. We'll talk about that more when we get there. Meanwhile, on screen, Kirby just had a ton of trouble getting to that block. Some power-ups are better for it than others. Meanwhile, a ninja. Okay, so we are now Ninja Kirby, who can't do anything underwater. Much like Kirby's Adventure, most of the powers don't work underwater. Sword does, I know that. I want to say Wing does, but I might be wrong about that. I know Hammer does. Besides that, I'm not too sure. Most of them don't, though. Now, Ninja, you probably won't see too often. I have a couple of abilities that I like most. I believe in last part I kind of mentioned that. One of my favorite abilities is about to happen right here. We're not going to get it right this second. But the mirror ability right there is one of my absolute favorites. Yo-Yo is another favorite. And then the ice ability is one of my favorites. All very cool abilities. Cool. Get it? Cool with the freezing and the ice and the pun. Please don't click off the video. Please stay. Don't run. So we just got a secret right there. There are 2 secrets in Dynablade. One in this level and one in level 4. And they give you, not quite stages, but they give you stuff. You'll see. We'll get to it. I swear, it looks like they're kissing. I know they're just sharing food, but it looks like they're going in to kiss each other every time. It's what I see. It's what I've always seen. I don't know. Have you seen anything different? Did you ever think, oh, Kirby's just like making out with his friends to heal them? Or were you a normal, sane human being and realized what was actually happening? Let me know in the comments. Also, while you're commenting, let me know what you think about this compared to the Mario runs. Let me know what you prefer. This channel is nothing if not flexible. I do have to say here, I really like the shadow. Well, you can't really see it now. But if you go back in the video just a little bit, you can see shadows, and like there too. So everything's not just flat. There's a sense of depth. Now I'm just kind of thinking it's a shame this wasn't remade on the 3DS. The 3D on it could actually be pretty interesting. So right now I'm just mirroring about, but I am going to grab this wheel here. Wheel has some pretty nice uses. You know, gotta go fast and all that. Insert Sonic reference here. Now, I'm going back over here because right over here there were some blocks that kind of stood out to me. It doesn't have anything to do with going back here, though. It doesn't really matter. But it just kind of stood out, so I wanted to check that just to make sure. I'm trying to do 100% here. So, because we wanted to get 100%, I've just got to check and make sure on everything. So, continuing on with the level and the wheel, time for an awkward mini-boss fight where I immediately lose my ability. And let my partner do all the dirty work. I'm just kind of gambling right here that my partner's going to finish him up before he hits me, and that's exactly what happens. I take the hammer ability because anytime this game gives you a hammer from a mini-boss, you want to take it. That's just Kirby Rule 1. If you get a hammer, take the hammer. You're probably going to need the hammer. Here it's just 3 1-ups, not a big deal, but you never know. Okay, and the end game once again. This time I didn't get the gauge all the way full. I hit it a little too early, which is about normal for me, honestly. And it teases me. So close. So close. Alright, moving on to, well, wait. First, we're gonna go fight this little enemy block that's randomly chilling out. So, I guess it's hammer time. Hammer time. Okay, I'm done. Alright, now the first secret area. Now, the secret areas aren't really levels as much as just, hey, there's a bunch of power-ups here. Feel free to grab them. There's some mooks around here that can hurt you, and down at the bottom there are some healing items also. So, all kinds of options here, and as you might have guessed, the other secret in this Dynablade game is another one of these rooms with the rest of the power-ups. So, I was trying to push the fire guy over here so he would grab the hammer and I wouldn't. And just to prove my point, I had to finish that out. Now I'm going to go up here and grab the mirror ability, and we'll get out of here. And move on to stage 3. In the words of a certain red plumber, here we go. I love the mirror ability, just how you run. Right now I'm dashing. I love how it looks. The crystal shards flinging around everywhere. I'm a sucker for really cool graphical elements like that. Don't try to attack me, kitty. I've got my hammer brother with me. Hammer brother is not his name is Bonkers. That does make this part a little annoying to try to do. I'm trying to get that one up. I don't really need it. I have 14 lives right now. But I want it. And he's about to get hit. Oh. He managed to dodge it. And the partners can actually teleport over to you. That's what he did there. You can do that in multiplayer also. Only the partner can do that, I believe. It's been a long time since I've done multiplayer. I don't quite remember. Okay. And wind. Because, you know, wind makes video games better. Everybody loves wind. Right? Anyone? No? Yeah, that's what I thought. Wind sucks. I can make some really inappropriate jokes right now, but I'm not going to do that because I'm trying to keep this family friendly. Okay, and I definitely do this room wrong. I was trying to throw that over. I thought my partner would grab it. He didn't. Cook is not going to help here. I want to show off the mix, which is what happens when you eat 2 enemies that can give you a power-up at the same time. Honestly, I need the stone ability because you can just slide all the way down this, and it's really neat. But I did not grab that. So instead, my partner's dying and being restored, and we got some healing items out of it. I don't want this. So I'm gonna get rid of it. No, I'm not. I am gonna keep it. The yo-yo is there, and it's one of my favorite moves. So I'm surprised that I actually did that. Just as a friendly reminder, this is a post-recording commentary. The Mario gameplay playthroughs are live, so I'm doing all that at the same time that I'm playing the game. This I'm doing post just to try something different. So I'm just subtly trying to predict everything. This is where I grab Yokuo. Although my partner tried to kill him. So I'm just subtly trying to predict everything I do, and well, it may not be right. Ah, Kirby logic. We go from the cold to the snow. Yeah, that was me not really thinking. I wanted my partner to have the yo-yo ability, and I goofed up a lot. So now, Chili's back, and I am gonna grab this. Nothing over here. And we're just gonna ice skate our way through this room, because, you know, molten lava room followed by icy cold room makes perfect sense. And my partner is literally a snowman also, so that's fun. It's good times. Moving on, these little things are pretty cool. They just slide you across the room. Not that I'm not sliding already. And avoid the cannons. And that bridge looks like it would be icy, but it's really not. There aren't really ice physics. The only real ice physics you get when you have the ice ability, you slide around. Just, it looks like you're sliding whenever you run. But it's not really slippery. There's no ice physics involved. This was weird. I've never had this happen to me before. There's supposed to be a mini-boss here, so I'm going back over here to try to trip the spawn. And there we go. I don't know if it had something to do with the ice cube being on screen, if that freaked it out. I have no idea. I've never seen that happen in this game before. I thought it was kind of neat. At first I thought the game was just broken. I really didn't know. So we're just gonna go through and wrap up this level. Well, there's the exit right there anyway. And minigame. And surprisingly, that is 2 so far that I've gotten the full bar on. I'm kind of personally impressed by it just because I never get the full bar. So, you know, recording logic. When a recording happens, weird things happen like the glitch. Or you suddenly do really well and should probably just own up to it, even though I'm not doing that. But anyway, that's the end of part 2. We'll pick up here next time, and I hope you all enjoyed what we're doing. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you later. Bye!